What's going on, everybody? Super Saiyan Paul here, back at it again. Last night, we got an extended preview look of Dragon Ball Super Episode 129. But before we jump into this video, guys, if you guys do not want to be spoiled as to what's going to be happening in Dragon Ball Super Episode 129, Episode 130, and Episode 131, make sure you guys click off the video right now. This is your spoiler alert warning. And if you guys are going to stay and stick around, make sure you guys smash that like button for me, subscribe, as well as turn on notifications to be updated on any more Dragon Ball Super news, information, updates, as well as discussions to come in the future, as well as the movie information and things of that sort and gaming content. Anyway, guys, last night we got an extended look. It was basically a minute preview of what's going to be going down in Dragon Ball Super Episode 129, and it shows us a lot of what we kind of predicted happening and a lot of things that we kind of foresaw with what was supposed to happen in episode 129. So the overview of what showed up in the trailer, if you guys didn't see it, or the preview, is basically Goku and Jiren going back and forth at it, and they kind of summed up the entire episode in this preview. If you guys actually look at it, it feels as though they did, because Mastered Ultra Instinct is going to be showing up in episode 129. We know this for a fact. But the fight between Goku and Jiren, we know that Jiren is going to be matching Goku for blow, and probably still holding his ground against the imperfect Ultra Instinct form. What we're gonna see here is that Jiren is going to match everything up until the point where they're gonna have this beam struggle. We've seen this preview shot of Goku trying to Kamehameha Wave Jiren while in midair. Jiren's going to launch this massive attack, and it's going to shoot Goku right into the sky, if anything, and then rip off his clothes and stuff. You're gonna see it all battle damage and things like that. And I think that's gonna be the attack that launches Goku into Mastered Ultra Instinct. Now, there are moments where it seems as though these two are fighting so fast-paced that it seems like they're flying yet again, and I think they're getting a pass here, because if you guys look at the preview again, yes, they look like they're flying, but at the same time, who wants to make like the math calculations here? If there's 2 minutes left of the tournament, and this episode takes place in the span of a minute, and we get roughly like 20+ minutes in an episode, that's like them flying in the air for how many seconds? Would you guys like break that down for me? Because technically, they're just falling very slowly. But yeah, the two of them are going to be fighting, and we're going to see a lot of the reactions from the crowd, because people like Belmod, who was overconfident at the beginning, he's sweating and stuff. You don't really see him like as confident and egotistical as he was before. He's actually scared for Jiren, because Goku is still very variable right now. We don't know what he's going to pull out of the bag to take on Jiren, and Goku himself admits this is his strongest adversary, yet he's going to surpass them, just like he did with Vegeta, just like he did with Frieza, just like he did with Cell, just like he did with Buu, just like he did for a majority of his adversaries. I like how he didn't mention Beerus or anybody in that, but he mentioned all the main Dragon Ball Z fighters and how he surpassed every single one of them, and even Whis is looking at Goku like, yo, this is my little prodigy here. He's so grown, and he's fighting in the ring, taking on Jiren and stuff like that. It's really interesting to see these type of dynamics. And if you guys look very closely at the preview, take a look at the ring in the background. It is absolutely Swiss cheese. I don't know if this ring is going to survive the Tournament of Power. In episode 129, it's like halfway done. The entire thing is just halfway destroyed. And for them to do that without even being at 100% full power, because technically in Dragon Ball Super Episode 129, they're not going to be fighting at 100%. They're probably going to be fighting close to maybe 70 or even 70, maybe 60 to 80. I would give it to that. They're not maxed out, and Mastered Ultra Instinct is going to be the moment when we get to see them maxed out, because Jiren still seems like he's holding back just a bit, or if anything, he's just using like maybe 90% of his power. I'm not going to scale it too accurately, because you know how scalings go in Dragon Ball Super. They don't matter at all, but we just know that they're not at 100%. Now, with those things in mind, we don't see Frieza at all in this preview. We don't see him say anything. We don't see a frame of this guy at all. Unless you guys found him, tell me. It's like finding Where's Waldo in this ring. Frieza's still hiding, and we don't know what his role is in this final episode. That means in Dragon Ball Super Episode 130, Frieza has to do something amazing just to be useful, for the whole purpose that he survived longer than both MVPs in Vegeta and in Android 17. Vegeta had a bigger role to play with taking out a God of Destruction and having his farewell speech. Android 17 was one of the triggers for Goku going back into Ultra Instinct. If you guys don't know why, Goku was triggered by the fact that Android 17's sacrifice was more human than anything. Fighting for your loved ones and things of that nature is what correlated with Goku in 17. Goku was like, this is truly what it means to be human, and this is what's pushing him back. You can't just drop everybody, like Jiren's saying. You can't leave everyone behind you. You have to fight alongside these comrades, think about them, and fight for the sake of everyone on Earth. He even mentions that line during this preview, and that's most likely what triggered him to go into this awesome state that we're about to witness. So, this fight in Dragon Ball Super Episode 129, leading into Dragon Ball Super Episode 130, is going to be truly amazing. From what I've seen from this preview, the art and animation, everything, the pacing, everything looks really on point, and hopefully we get to see some new moves and things like that, because when I saw him jump in the air and use the Kamehameha, I automatically thought, okay, he's not at 100% yet, so we're gonna see some really nice moves like that, of that type of sorts, and I want to see how he takes out Jiren. Is it going to surpass what he did to Kefla? Because I think what he did to Kefla was one of the greatest Kamehameha waves of all time. Comment down below with what you guys think would be the greatest Kamehameha wave of all time. I still say the Kefla Kamehameha, that one was just one of the best I've ever seen. I think that topped like the Cell moment where Cell was panicking everything. For him to skid it across her attack and blast her straight in the face, that just gets me so hyped to see what he's going to do against Jiren, because Jiren's going to have to get taken out in a very badass way, and I'm not sure how he's going to do it. Is it going to be another Kamehameha? Is it going to be the Spirit Bomb? Is it going to be a new technique? Is it going to be raw punches? Is it going to be the time limit? What do you guys think is going to be the thing to eliminate Jiren? The reason why I say this is because I don't see Jiren winning this tournament. It's either down to most likely Goku or Frieza, but for the most part, based on the titles and based on the previous videos that I've made, it seems as though this tournament's leaning in favor of Goku. And the reason why I would say this is because they're also trying to connect the ending with Dragon Ball Z, and Goku's still alive and fine. Everything's alive and fine with Goku. However, Frieza's not around, or he's hiding somewhere in that thing. So, Frieza, it's up to him to save the day, if anything, in that final episode, to actually make use of the hype train that they created. And Goku has to take on Jiren here, and I think him and Jiren are still going to be at a stalemate for the most part when Jiren reaches 100% and Goku reaches 100%, but one of them is going to give way. Whether it be Goku or Jiren, we're not entirely sure yet. Most likely both at the same time, and then Frieza's going to have to clean up. But Goku is most likely going to win this tournament, and we don't see Goku losing, and with them rushing this along, and with the movie coming down the line, I don't see Goku losing at all. I just see Frieza maybe backstab him for like a split second, if anything, and then all of a sudden, boom, Goku could take it back. So, as much as I wanted Frieza to betray Goku, I just don't see them putting that to use. With how fast-paced the ending is of this Dragon Ball Super Tournament of Power, it doesn't seem likely for Frieza to do that. However, in Dragon Ball Super Episode 130's preview, which I'm waiting for when Dragon Ball Super Episode 129 airs this week, everyone, this Saturday, at the time of this recording, I can't wait to see if they're going to show Frieza or not, because every time they don't show Frieza, that just brings more hype to the table, actually, in terms of what he's going to be doing in that episode. The less we see him, the bigger the role he should play. If not, and they just make him hide underneath rubble and Goku and Jiren somehow eliminate each other at the same exact time and he just pops out and wins, that would be kind of a buzzkill. I want to see Frieza have some sort of involvement in the actual combat with Jiren, because we saw him fight face-to-face with Jiren in episode 127, and he got absolutely decimated. So I want to see how he's going to come back and actually put up some sort of useful help in this fight against him, because he's been overwatching the fight the entire time. Even at the beginning when they first clashed, with Ultra Instinct first showing up, and him helping Ultra Instinct Goku get off the ground and stuff like that, or trying to give him more energy and stuff like that. Frieza wanted Jiren eliminated for a while now, and you saw the rage in his eyes when he couldn't do anything. So when Jiren has his back turned or something of that sort, we have to see what Frieza's going to be doing to take him out, and I want to see how he's going to do that and how he's going to assist Goku, and if you guys actually believe that Frieza's going to become a good guy, if anything, because he has the chance right here and now to undo some of the bad things that he's done. Is that going to make him a fully utilized good character? Hell no, this guy is an anti-hero. I love the anti-hero, but I would like, it doesn't really bother me if they made him into a somewhat of a good guy and helped him in the tournament, and having some sort of respect for the Saiyans. That would still give some character growth, because if he had some sort of respect for things that he used to belittle, he might just like slightly take a step in the right direction. I wouldn't say just go all goody goody right away, but just have some leaning or some towards a nod towards Goku and acknowledging him for the things that he's actually been able to achieve, because he kind of did that in a way when he helped Goku when he gave Goku the energy the first time. that was actually a lean in that type of direction. But I want you guys to tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Dragon Ball Super episode 129 airs this week, and I'm just super excited for that because DLC is launching for it and all these great things. Unfortunately, the show has to end, but the final battle will be epic nonetheless. This has been Super Saiyan Paul. Make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe, as well as turn on notifications. I'll be seeing you guys next time. Take care. Peace.